Antonio Book Festival, a little over a month away. The lineup is already out ahead of the event. This year features award-winning authors from San Antonio, all across Texas, and really all across the United States. San Antonians can expect a day full of author presentations, panel discussions, book sales, signings, and so much more. Everyone is welcome to join in, especially children. Kicks off April 15th at the Central Library and the UTSA Southwest campus. You can check out the full lineup right now. Just head to ksat.com. And of course, heading on ksat.com, if you're over there for the book festival, check this out. San Antonio Zoo needs your help naming 2 sloth pups. The boy and girl Linus, 2 toed sloths. They've arrived and they need a new name. With a donation of just $5 per vote, you can get to suggest the name of one of the options. So the money will benefit the zoo. Suggestions taken until March 26th. For a link to submit, head to ksat.com. Mike Osterhage, what were those 2 names that you had?
Flash.
Speedy and
They'd be
Flash.
perfect names for them.
So when you make the donation, Mike, throw those suggestions in. Time now, just about 5:57, 55 degrees out. Taking a live look out at the roadways with TransGuide. It is Monday of spring break for so many, so not too much going on, but we are going to check in with Steven in just a few moments. Now at 6 o'clock, terrifying moments overnight. A driver crashing into a home. How investigators say it all happened and who is now facing charges.
The Oscars coming to a close. Coming up in a special live report, we'll break down for you all the winners and the highlights.
55 degrees, a chilly start to the morning, much different than what we saw this weekend. And the forecast is going to be all over the place, according to Mike, for the spring break. He'll let us know about that in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for starting your day with us. It is Monday, March 13th. Happy Monday. We know so many people on spring break. I gotta ask though, throughout the weekend we had talked about these extensive landscaping projects, not only with you, but also with Mike Osterhage. Did you guys both complete the projects?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Well, no, I didn't. My husband did. Thank you for that. I cheered on.
Nice. Moral support. What about you, Mike?
I'm half, 2/3 the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so still got a lot more to go.
Replacing the fence?
Replacing my fence. Yes. Yes.
Sound very
indeed.
excited about it.
And then my resident gardener over there, our resident gardener, is going to help me with my planting. So.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike made a map and everything for me. He's like, what should I put here? In here? In here?
Look at this team effort.
Briber to come over. No. Anyway, notice how the lights off in the distance there are very crisp and distinct looking, and that's because we have really dry air in place as of right now. Of course, that front moved through yesterday morning, got rid of the humidity throughout the day. It was really pleasant throughout the day. Now we've got this little disturbance moving on through, and yes, it is producing a few sprinkles. Some may be reaching the ground. I think a lot may be evaporating before it reaches the ground because we've got this very, very dry air in place, this layer right down here at the surface. 51 right now, Los Maples, Kerrville, Comfort, 52 Bandera, 55 in Gonzales, 56 out there at the airport right now. Again, dew points are down in the 30s, almost 20 degrees lower than what the actual air temperature is, which is why some of that's probably evaporating before it reaches the ground. Still got a decent breeze out of the northeast, 10, 12, 14 miles per hour, and a couple of gusts out there, 21 at the airport, 12 Rio Medina, 22 mile per hour wind gust at Los Maples. It's not going to be as windy later on today, just a nice breeze out there. Oak, 2,600 from yesterday's count, and just light amounts of everything else. Yep, definitely getting into the oak season. Going to keep a lot of clouds around this morning and 1 or 2 of those little sprinkles, especially down to the south. Then we'll make it up into the low 60s today at noon, and we top off later on at 69 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Nice day, actually a few degrees below normal, and that's definitely going to be the situation. We get even cooler tomorrow, so the trend has been going down, then we'll go up, and then we'll go way down as we approach next weekend. Yeah, all over the place with this forecast. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos, anything going on?
Not yet, Mike, but we have entered 6 a.m. and we can take a look at the roadways, and we may see that it's a little bit busier out there. 37 at 410, really not a lot to show you, but some pavement and, again, maybe a few more folks getting their morning started early with us. But let's take you to our map, and really this has been the story of the morning so far. lots of green and plenty of construction, and that will continue obviously all the way up until the end of the week. We'll take a look at that construction a little bit later and tell you what places you may want to avoid. But for right now, let's take a look at these travel times. I-10 eastbound, that journey from Boerne should take you about 24 minutes to the Alamo City. And if you are traveling in from Bulverde, well, there's no need to hurry. It's about 26 minutes along 281 southbound. And right now, not too awful from New Braunfels along I-35 southbound. 25 minutes to the Alamo City. But let's get it back here on TransGuide. 281 at Stone Oak Parkway. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of road work a little bit later, so that may slow some of the drivers down. But right now, looks like you are in the clear. We'll continue to watch the roads closely. And as always, make sure you do the same. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a man is in custody after police say he ran into a house and tried to get away. It happened just after midnight on Drury Lane. That's on the city's south side. Police tell us the man in his 30s was driving too fast and crashed into a 12-year-old girl's bedroom. The girl was in the room at that time, but fortunately she was not hurt. The driver took off, but officers were able to catch him a few blocks away.
Also new this morning, a man recovering in the hospital after we're told he was partially hit by a train. San Antonio police tell us the man was walking along the railroad tracks last night. This happening near North Comal Street, just west of downtown. We're told the train went by. The conductor said the man was hit in the face by part of the train, taken to University Hospital.
Now to one of the big stories over the weekend. After 100 years, the pig stand off of Broadway served its last meal. Wow, look at the line outside the door there. People lined up yesterday for that final meal at the restaurant. The once waitress, now owner, Marianne Hill, says although she is sad to see the diner close, it's what's best for her health.
Never did I dream this many people would be here to say goodbye. I don't think there's an old diner that could match us. I just want to say thank you.
Well, if you've ever been to that restaurant, you know that they have a lot of antiques and pigs inside. Not actual pigs, but like, you know, antique pigs. And they're going to be available for auction on April 1st in the parking lot. That money will support the pig stand staff. You can read more about this story on ksat.com.
All right, headed to the West Coast, happening right now in California. New evacuations across the state have been ordered.
This comes as yet another major storm approaches and the risk for more severe flooding. And the East Coast is getting a storm of its own.
Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley explain.
This morning, millions in California are bracing for a new round of storms as floodwaters inundate neighborhoods.
We are looking at expanding evacuation orders.
Authorities in Monterey County now expanding evacuation orders after the Salinas River began to overflow, flooding towns along its banks.
This is a very important evacuation order because it encompasses a large amount of residential structures.
Dramatic video shows the rescue by helicopter of a man stranded after floodwaters washed away his car. Hours earlier, a levee breach on the nearby Pajaro River forced residents to flee. More than 3,000 in Monterey County have now been evacuated. First responders navigating the streets, searching for people stranded in submerged vehicles.
We're up to close to 200 rescues now.
Reservoirs around the state are now releasing water. This one's cranking out at 30,000 cubic feet per second. This is Folsom Lake Reservoir, which serves all of Sacramento. It went from extreme drought to now having too much water.
Most of California is bracing for another atmospheric river, with between 3 and 6 inches of rain expected in much of the state in the next few days. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, a late season nor'easter is expected to form tonight, bringing rain and snow up to 20 inches in parts of Massachusetts, with coastal flooding expected from New Jersey to Maine. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
And there's a lot of economic news to tell you about, especially in the aftermath of the Silicon Valley Bank. We're going to have that and so much more coming at 6:30. But right now, we're talking about trucking, warehouse, and parcel delivery companies cutting their payrolls as online ordering slows down in the aftermath of the pandemic. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says logistics operators slashing nearly 17,000 jobs just last month. A number of trucking executives, they anticipate a rebound in the demand in the second half of 23 as retailers start putting in more orders.
More job cuts at Facebook parent Meta. Sources are telling the Wall Street Journal the first wave of dismissals is expected next week. It's expected to total about 13% of the workforce. Things are already getting smaller after last year's layoffs. The company is also shutting down a number of projects, including some wearable devices. Now to Hollywood, where the 95th Academy Awards has everyone buzzing this morning.
The evening marked with the first-time winners, jokes by host Jimmy Kimmel, and of course, incredibly emotional and moving acceptance speeches.
Here's ABC's Melissa Adon in Hollywood with the highlights.
Good morning from Hollywood. The Oscars brought the glam and the drama, but I will say the right kind of drama we saw at the Dolby Theater with such incredible and moving acceptance speeches, beautiful musical performances, and then we got to see who took home Best Picture.
And the Oscar goes to Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
The 95th Oscars breaking barriers. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once nominated for 11 Academy Awards and coming home with 7, including the top prize as well as Ke Huy Quan with Best Supporting Actor.
My journey started on a boat. I spent a year in a refugee camp. And somehow, I ended up here on Hollywood's biggest stage.
The historic awards show featuring 16 first-time nominees, like Best Actor winner Brendan Fraser for his powerful performance in The Whale. Jamie Lee Curtis taking home her first Oscar Gold, winning Best Supporting Actress.
I just won an Oscar.
Jimmy Kimmel not holding back any punches, addressing the crisis team the Academy created this year following last year's infamous slap.
This point in the show kind of makes you miss the slapping a little, right?
All jokes aside, Stephanie Hsu emotional watching her co-star Michelle Yeoh become the first Asian to win Best Actress.
This is proof that dreams dream big and dreams do come true. And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime.
So many powerful moments really dominated by the film Everything, Everywhere, All at Once as they took on Hollywood's biggest night. Reporting in Hollywood, Melissa Adon, ABC News.
Time now, 6:10, 55 degrees out.
Still to come, Meta is reportedly working on a new social network that could compete with Twitter. Details ahead in your morning consumer news.
And spring break is here for so many families around our area. After the break, some easy, fun options. They're good for your wallet as well, right here in the Alamo City.
When to actually take advantage of that outdoor time? Well, Mike will let us know when we come back. Good news if you're looking for something fun to do with the family this spring break.
So this is the first week paddle boards and kayak rentals available at not only Woodlawn Lake, but also Elmendorf Lake. So take a look. Parks and Rec Department partnering with the nonprofit Expedition School.
All the proceeds go towards helping visually impaired adults and people living with developmental disabilities. They will be open as long as the weather is pleasant, and get this, it's $15, and that includes rentals and life vests. And I was telling Max, that's a great deal. Some places cost $50 an hour for rentals.
Here's the best part. That's just one of the options for outdoor fun. You can also head to the park or one of the 12 free splash pads around town.
Still looking for more? Our website is full of ideas for the whole family. You can check that fun out right now on ksat.com.
All right, so we have been talking. It is the first day of spring break, officially first Monday. So, Steven, any traffic out there?
Well, it's getting a little busier, but it does look like stalls may be the trending problem right now. Check out 410 at Old Pearsall Road. We do have a stall vehicle reported there, and really it's not causing an impact with traffic, but you can see it's getting pretty busy and obviously still very dark outside. You have to watch out. First responders, likely a TxDOT Hero truck out there helping that driver out. So hopefully we'll see some better news here in the next few minutes, but be on the lookout. If you are traveling north along 410, you will see it as you approach Old Pearsall. No delays or no slowdowns, and again, that could just be because a lot of folks are staying home for spring break. So good for you. But again, check those vehicles if you have to head out the door in the next few moments, because we have another stall reported here at 90 westbound at Nogalitos. And it's, again, not causing any issues out there, but the day is just getting started. So hopefully we won't really see a lot of congestion out there, but we know folks have to still head to work and plan your commute ahead of time, because there is still plenty of construction, as you can see, in and around the Alamo City. Here at 281 on the north side of San Antonio, you can always expect to see something going on there, but tomorrow we'll see paving work, and that will wrap around 3 in the afternoon. Keep in mind, there will be a closure of the westbound lanes at Bulverde Road, so you can always head over to ksat.com/traffic. There is a full list of closures there, and our QR code will take you directly to that page. So I always like to say no before you go.
All right, Stephen, I'm glad you brought up, it's still so dark out there. The daylight saving time. Sorry, I'm trying to organize this chaos. The daylight saving time threw us off this weekend and kind of into this morning.
Yeah, sorry, I was just...
No, you're good. I'm trying to get my life together.
Yeah, it's okay. We can help you out.
Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate
yes,
it.
it was... What did you say? Sorry, I was so distracted.
It was a team effort this morning.
Sorry.
No, we're all struggling because it's daylight saving.
Oh, yes. We lost an hour of sleep.
The sun's staying out late.
I know.
That I don't like. The sun's staying out late. I don't mind waking up and having the darkness linger around a little longer. That sounds really terrible to say that. The darkness
We like
linger
the
around.
darkness.
Yeah. My mom calls it God's time, standard time. And that's what
This is so strange.
And you know, there's no point in it anymore.
Right.
Having daylight saving time, because it was initially to hopefully conserve energy and all that. And then kids have to go to school in the dark, so that's
That's not fun.
There's my argument for it. So, speaking of spring break, no bus on the desk this morning, but we've got some another great picture there of some bluebonnets and a beautiful, beautiful sunset there in Rio Medina. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. That's gorgeous. All right, we've got cloudy skies, but notice how right there the lights off in the distance are very clear because we've got really dry air in place. And again, that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of this may be evaporating before it reaches the ground. Doesn't mean you're not seeing a couple little sprinkles out there, but again, the majority just because it is falling through this dry layer. 50s all around the area. And then dew points basically mid-upper 30s, 20 degrees lower than what the actual air temperature is. And so that's that dry layer. Computer model keeps some of this rain around throughout the rest of the morning. And again, I think this kind of overdoes it a little bit, but there will be 1 or 2 sprinkles out there. And that's only going to last through mid-morning. And then we see some sunshine later on this afternoon. As far as the humidity, it has dropped yesterday as that front moved through here. It's going to start to kind of creep back into the picture. Not bad, still very low humidity tomorrow. And then Wednesday, it really comes back, Thursday especially. And with that extra moisture in the atmosphere, first of all, it's going to hold low temperatures up on Thursday morning. So they'll be about what our high is going to be, a little bit lower than that later on today and tomorrow. So it's this whole kind of backwards kind of thing going on here. Then the front moves through and that drops the humidity way down and it's going to drop temperatures down. But as that front meets up with that very warm, very moist air, that's what's going to be sparking a couple of showers and even a few thunderstorms on Thursday. 8 below right now in Bismarck, 3 below at International Falls, even as far south as Wichita, 26 and just above freezing in Oklahoma City. And then we're in the 50s right now. So there's the dividing line once again from the really cold stuff. And that cold air stays up to the north temporarily. As a matter of fact, we get a bump in temperatures coming in Wednesday, Thursday. Then that front moves on through later on Thursday. Touches off a few showers and thunderstorms, and the really cold air starts to pump down in here, and it's going to be sticking around for a while, all the way in through the weekend and going into the first part of next week. It is definitely going to be chilly out. Now, cold, not chilly, just plain old cold and damp, it looks like. So we do have a rain chance coming in here as well, which is good news. 62 at noon, mostly cloudy skies. High temperature today makes it up to 69. So it was 92 a couple of days ago, 85 yesterday, 69 today, and then continue downward tomorrow down to 62. But then we bump back up to 70 on Wednesday, 80 Thursday, very humid as well, and that's going to touch off, or as the front moves through, touch off a few showers and thunderstorms around here. Then much colder Friday, very windy Friday as well, mid 50s over the weekend, and we do have a chance of rain Sunday and then going into Monday. So right now, Monday would be shaping up as just a nice steady rain for a couple of days, which would be wonderful.
Okay, so today, maybe through Wednesday, possible outdoor activities for spring breakers.
I don't know about the kayaking tomorrow, though, with low 60s.
A little chilly, yeah.
Maybe kind of our splash pads, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. 620, 55 degrees out.
Just ahead, new details in the murder of a Washington State podcast host and her husband by a Texas man who was stalking the woman. What we're now learning, that's next in your GMA First Look.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if you have a date, a day off, or a double shift. Make your move. helps you get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Sabinco. Not an injection, Sabinco is a once-daily pill for those who didn't respond to past treatments. And it's proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Sabinco continuously treats eczema whether you're flaring or not.
Sabinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots, serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once daily Sabinco.
In this morning's GMA First Look, from fan to accused stalker to alleged murderer. This morning, Redmond, Washington police releasing new details into the killings of a 33-year-old software developer and her husband, who police say were brutally murdered in their home on Friday by a truck driver from Texas, who then turned the gun on himself.
The victim and suspect became acquainted through a chat room for Farsi-speaking individuals who were seeking jobs in tech.
But police say that Ramin Hodokaram Rezai met Zori Zadegi under false pretenses on the popular streaming forum Clubhouse. Zadegi initially befriended the suspect, thinking he was looking for a tech job, even meeting him in person, but eventually he became fixated. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on the days before the murder. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In morning consumer news, and what may be some new competition for Twitter. So according to new reports, Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, they're exploring a new text-based social network. Yes, Mike Osterhage, another social network. It reportedly would be a standalone app that users would log into with their Instagram accounts.
Okay, Audi has released an electric mountain bike. The e-tron is going for more than $10,000.
I'm good.
Much of the cost appears to be due to the battery. Experts speculate it may provide more than 100 miles.
All right, so this is a story we were talking about through the morning. Vinyl records beating CD sales for the first time since 1987. 41 million old-fashioned records sold over the last year. That's compared to 33 million CDs or compact discs. The top seller on vinyl in 2022?
My girl, Taylor Swift, getting it done.
That's right, Taylor Swift, 1.7 million records sold.
And can you believe Fiesta is so close? It doesn't start until the end of April, but here at KSAT, we are, of course, already gearing up for the lively celebration. Tickets are on sale now for KSAT's Fiesta parties, the insider parties, the Battle of Flowers, and Fiesta Flambeau parades. Your tickets get you a great view of the parade, food, and a chance to mingle with some of your favorite members of the KSAT crew. I know I'll be out there for several of those events. We have all the ticket information right now on KSAT.com.
Time now is 6:26, 55 degrees out.
Let's take a look outside with TransGuide. That's that stalled vehicle, correct, Stephen? Okay, that is the one issue that we're really seeing this morning on your spring break Monday. But of course, as the hour goes on, things might pick up. Stephen Cavazos will let us know about anything that happens.
A driver barges in on a Southside family, crashing into the bedroom of a 12-year-old girl. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you what police say went wrong behind the wheel coming up.
Federal regulators working through the weekend to avoid a banking crisis. A second bank has now failed. Coming up, how the government is responding this morning.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 55 degrees. We know for so many families, it is the Monday of spring break. And we're talking roller coasters in the weather, not just at Six Flags. Mike Osterhage giving you what you need to know to have the most fruitful spring break. Welcome back. 6:30 this Monday. It is March 13th. And we've been talking about all these spring break ideas, whether it's kayaking at Woodlawn or
Elmendorf,
or going to the zoo. And really, it seems like the last couple days have been the best opportunity to do that.
Right. So maybe if you are going to want to do some outdoor activities, maybe today, Tuesday, Wednesday, best time, even though it's going to be cooler.
I mean, water activities, probably, we'll be in the upper 60s today, so it'll be kind of chilly. Now, later on, perhaps, but going to the zoo, perfect weather for it. Tomorrow as well, it's going to be on the cooler side, so you're not going to just walk around and kind of cook. Maybe the animals will be a little more active. But yeah, talk about roller coasters over there at Six Flags. I ain't got nothing on this weather. So we've got a lot of dry air. The lights are very, very distinct there off in the distance. We do have some clouds starting off this morning, 56, and we've got almost a 20-degree difference between the temperature and the dew point temperature. So very dry air in the lower layer of the atmosphere, which is why I think a lot of this may be actually evaporating before it reaches the ground. I'm not seeing any reports of any sprinkles anywhere. However, it may be, if there is anything reaching the ground, may actually be in between some of the reporting areas there down to the south and southwest. But one or two sprinkles, don't be surprised if you see one. Temperatures, everybody's in the 50s right now. We're down closer to normal, not quite down to where we should be yet. We will bottom out at 53 later on today. Later on this morning, I should say. And again, everybody's got this very, very dry air, which is why most of the precipitation is evaporating. 21-mile-per-hour wind gust out there at the airport. So, yeah, still a bit of a breeze. It is going to start to kind of ease up a little bit as the morning rolls on. Oak is on the high side. It went up quite a bit from the previous day's reading. Low amounts of everything else. Of course, the updated count's going to come out in about an hour or so. So cool. A sprinkle is possible this morning. Then we are going to make it up to the upper 60s today, a whole lot different than yesterday's mid 80s. Some sunshine mixed in with the clouds, so good looking day to get outside, go to the zoo, go to some of the parks, and then it's going to be chillier tomorrow, just low 60s. Then we get very warm, back to 70 Wednesday, back to 80 on Thursday, a lot more humidity, a couple of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Then the big cold front moves on through here, and boy, it's going to be windy on Friday. We will have some showers around here by late in the weekend, and temperatures, we are not done with the winter temperatures as of yet. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's going on?
Well, perfect, Mike. I have a turtleneck already ready for that. But let's get a look here at 410 at Old Pearsall Road. We are still keeping a close eye on this stalled vehicle. Now, it's not really been causing problems for drivers, but 6:33 around this time, we typically start to see a lot more folks around the roadways. But given that it is spring break, a lot of people may be staying home. We know the kiddos get to sleep in a little bit. So hopefully that will help with the congestion. But you can see, obviously, getting busier out there. So again, if you are heading northbound along 410, you watch out as you approach Old Pearsall Road. That is where that stalled vehicle has been reported. And again, that seems to be the trending problem on our roadways at this hour. More stalled vehicles reported in the last few minutes. 410 westbound at Starcrest Drive, another one that has popped up. This is not causing an issue in the westbound lanes there along 410. But again, just check your vehicles before you get out on the roadway. You want to make sure you arrive to your destination on time, but more importantly, safely. Giving you a very wide look at the map. It is the same story here, and we're hoping that it stays green throughout our morning cut-ins, but we'll see how the traffic does shape up here. Again, 410 at Old Pearsall Road. Well, hopefully we'll have a better update in the next few minutes, but again, just make sure anytime you see those flashing lights, make sure to move over or slow down. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a good chance that sleep didn't come easy for a Southside family. Their night disrupted by a car crashing into their home right into the bedroom of a 12-year-old girl. Katrina Weber live downtown with that story. Katrina, do we know if anyone was hurt?
No injuries. Police say somehow that girl was able to escape injuries, and they say meanwhile that driver simply tried to escape. Police say he ran off after the crash, which happened shortly after midnight. The car went into the side of the home at the corner of Drury Lane and Mango Avenue. That's in a neighborhood not far from Southwest Military. Officials told us the 12-year-old was in her room at the time, but again, she was not hurt. And police found the driver at another location nearby and took him into custody. Now, the family's home has a huge hole in the side, one that they have managed to patch up for now, but of course, repairs will need to be made. And police believe that this driver was speeding at the time of the crash. Reporting live downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. This morning, the federal government deploying emergency measures, working to do what they can to stop a potential banking crisis.
So they've now seized a second bank based in New York just 2 days after Silicon Valley Bank shuts down.
ABC's Lindsay Watts tracking the latest this morning.
This morning, extraordinary steps by federal regulators to avoid a potential banking crisis. Over the weekend, they took over another regional institution, Signature Bank of New York, a bank with a number of clients in cryptocurrency. It comes just 2 days after they shut down Silicon Valley Bank in California, the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history.
I think that without this, there could have been some serious runs on other banks because there would have been a loss of confidence throughout the whole system.
The Federal Reserve says customers of both banks will have access to all their funds when branches open today. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen insisting the emergency measures are not a bailout because the funds will come from an FDIC account, a pool of money paid into by U.S. banks.
We are concerned about depositors and are focused on trying to meet their needs.
Analysts agree the program is different than the taxpayer-funded bailouts of America's big banks during the 2008 financial crisis.
I don't think this is anything like 2008. I don't think we have to worry about that. We don't have contagion in the financial system itself.
The turmoil began Wednesday when Silicon Valley Bank tried to sell assets to boost its balance sheet. That panicked investors, and customers raced to withdraw funds after seeing news on social media. While the bank was a preferred lender for the tech world, its failure is impacting households across the country, like this Ohio mom and startup founder worried about making payroll for her employees.
It's really easy to think that the impact of this is very limited to the Silicon Valley and the Bay Area, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
President Biden released a statement saying he's pleased his administration reached a solution on Silicon Valley and Signature Bank. He's also pledging to hold people accountable for, quote, this mess. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
Well, other stories we're following this morning, the border has reopened in El Paso after Border Patrol agents had to shut it down. They say a large group of people tried to cross the Paso del Norte and International Bridge from Mexico yesterday. Border Patrol agents put up barriers to prevent anyone from entering the country, trying to prevent a mass entry into the U.S. Disruptions also happened at 2 other boarding crossings. This morning, the Brooks community has evolved over the last 21 years, now calls itself San Antonio's up-and-coming community with a vision as big as Texas.
So Connie Gonzalez, the Chief Strategy Officer for Brooks, she joined us on Leading SA this weekend. We talked about the history of the plans and, of course, the vision.
Here's part of that conversation.
We are a tool to uplift those in our surrounding communities. And so how are we doing so? We're attracting businesses, we're attracting jobs. How are we attracting jobs? By creating all things where you can live, work, learn, play, and stay. So we have apartments, we have employers, we have the only full service hotel, and we have an amazing 43-acre park, which you see right behind me, which now connects to the San Antonio River Mission Reach. So regional prosperity is what Brooks is all about.
So you can hear so much more from Connie. We also talked about what is in that $425 million investment project. You can listen to the whole conversation. As you see right there, just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. All right, happening today in Austin, South by Southwest. I am so jealous of RJ.
This is a pretty cool assignment. So RJ Marquez is there showing us all the local talent from film to tech to music.
Good morning, everyone. We're coming to you from downtown Austin, the Austin Convention Center, where, as you can see behind me, South by Southwest is back in full force this year for 2023. There are a ton of things happening here, including the music, film industries, all that going on, tech industries as well. Everyone is in downtown Austin right now to celebrate all things innovative and all things tech. Okay, so right now in the Convention Center, we are going to check out the expo hall, the exhibit hall. It's called the Creative Tech Expo, where we have already gotten a chance to see companies from around the world, got to meet people from around the world that are in downtown Austin to share all sorts of interesting ideas, innovative things happening in the tech world, and also to be part of some panels and conferences that are going to be taking place here throughout the rest of the week. So I'm your guide to all things South by Southwest this week for KSAT 12. I'm really excited because this is the first time that I've been able to experience this myself, and social media producer Andrew Wilson are going to be hanging out here over the next few days to give you the very latest content on air, online. We're also going to be having these live streams on YouTube, KSAT's YouTube page. So make sure to check that out daily and see exactly what it is that we're up to as we cover everything South by Southwest 2023. It's going to be a lot of fun out here. Back to you guys.
Have fun out there, RJ. You can catch RJ all day here on KSAT 12. He will have live reports in our later newscasts. You can also find live streams of our coverage online and, of course, on our YouTube page, so make sure to subscribe.
All right, time now, 6:41, 55 degrees out.
You stayed up late, binge watching your favorite show, and now you're dragging. You could turn to a venti latte or to put some pep in your step, but is there a better way? Just ahead, why a good old-fashioned nap might just be what you need. Oh, how appropriate.
It was legitimate.
It was a legit yawn. Okay, today is National Napping Day, and experts say napping isn't just for the very young or very old.
Do you nap?
I try.
Habitual napper?
You know what? I used to be, but the older I get, the harder it is for me to nap.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
I am not able to do it.
I'm shocked.
I know.
Max can't nap?
One poll found that, get this, almost a third of all adults nap regularly. It doesn't just energize you, but getting a little daytime shut-eye, it actually be good for your body and your brain.
Leslie Hewson has the story.
20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. How long is your nap?
20 minutes. Sometimes we'll end up napping for a couple hours.
A midday nap can boost memory, improve job performance, lift your mood, make you more alert, and ease stress. But that's not all. The Cleveland Clinic reports naps can speed up your reaction time and improve your logical reasoning, motor skills, sense perception, and verbal recall.
Sleep is the VIP service everybody needs. It affects basically every area of our life.
A nap can even help your ticker. According to a recent study, power nappers who took a 15 to 20-minute nap 3 times a week improved their cardiovascular health. On the downside, those who nap more than an hour had an increased risk of heart problems. But what's the perfect length? The National Sleep Foundation suggests the best time to nap is before 2 p.m. for about 20 minutes. But a nap as short as 10 minutes can be beneficial. But keep your nap to 30 minutes or less, or you may suffer from sleep inertia, which will have you waking up and feeling groggy instead of rested. I'm Leslie Hudson reporting.
Pretty helpful tips. I'm sure we're going to take naps a little bit later. I mean, if you can try. I know you're not much of a napper, Max, but I mean.
With this shift, I feel like you have to be.
It's not a bad idea, but we know people are just waking up. Hopefully they had some good sleep. And guess what? Roads are looking pretty good right now as well. Let's get a quick look around town. 37 at Houston. There at Southeast Military. It's been quiet over here in the traffic lab and out on the roadways. It's just getting a little bit busier. It is a spring break, so a lot of folks may not be going to work. We know the kids get to sleep in, so that's really good because that means we really won't see a lot of congestion out there. So just watch out. Check your vehicles too, because that stall was still being reported last time I checked there at 410 northbound near Old Pearsall Road. And same up here along 410 westbound at Starcrest Drive. So really that has been the trending problem of the morning. And of course, a lot of that construction that we like to mention that is happening in and around the Alamo City. So as a friendly reminder, just make sure to plan your commute ahead of time. And also just a quick look at these gas prices. $3.13 is the average gas price here in Bexar County. We are seeing a $3.08, pardon me, around the state and around the country, $3.47. So if you have any big road trips, just make sure that you know what to expect. As mentioned earlier, Texas has seen a little bit of a surge there in those gas prices, but thankfully traffic is moving along, not seeing any congestion there on the roadways. So good news to report.
Of course, the prices go up the week of spring break when everyone's traveling.
Yeah, when everyone's traveling. That sleep story made me sleepy. I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
It's kind of like yawning when somebody yawns and then you feel like you have to.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
You know, before they remodeled and we moved the newsroom and all that stuff, there used to be an empty office right off the other studio there.
That was your nap room?
You had a nap room?
It was dark and yeah, it was the old weather office way back when.
Wow.
There was some big, oh yeah, that was good.
I want a nap room.
Literally sleeping on the job, Mike.
we do need a nap room.
Go upstairs over there where the air handler is.
Okay.
You can probably nap up there.
Don't tell the managers that.
Where's Sarah Costa? Oh, she's napping.
Yeah.
I would never.
Doing research.
Research, yes.
Research, yeah. I love this picture.
Beautiful.
Feeling bluer than blue, and that's a good thing. How gorgeous are those flowers? Oh, great shot. Thank you very much for that one, Oscar. All right, we've got clouds around this morning, but we've got really dry air in place, which, again, now some of these light showers here in southern Medina County and southeastern Uvalde County are reaching the ground, obviously, but I think a lot of the light stuff may be evaporating before it reaches the ground, again, because we have such dry air down here at the surface. 50s all around the area. Dew points are then in the 30s, so about 20 degrees drier. So again, this dry layer down here, which that light rain is falling through. Dew points have actually dropped down 20, 25 degrees compared to this time yesterday morning. Of course, that front was moving through early in the morning yesterday. It moved through obviously sooner in the hill country, which is why it has stayed dry all day. But yeah, we dried out throughout the afternoon and then overnight. Now, we do have a lot of clouds, obviously, and there's that 10% chance for a little sprinkle to make it down here to the ground. We're going to make it up to 62 at noon, some sunshine then, and then a high temperature today up to 69. So a whole lot different than yesterday's 85. Yeah, we did eventually hit 85 yesterday afternoon. Satellite and the radar loop, plenty of clouds, obviously. There's those few showers, those very light showers showing up. And then around the country, notice how everything is pretty much moving, again, straight west to east. Got this big storm system off here to the northeast. The next one coming in on the Pacific Northwest. And that, again, is going to travel in what we call a zonal pattern, which means for us, you don't really get much of any changes around here, although we will start to see some fluctuations in that west to east flow. And so what that's going to do is have temperatures spike again. We're in the vicinity of normal right now. We cool back down and then warm back up, spike on Thursday, return of the humidity as well, but then look at what high temperatures do going into the weekend. We really cool down. Same thing with low temperatures. We stay cool the next couple of mornings, closer to normal readings. Spike Thursday with all the humidity around here, and then really drop down well below normal low temperatures going in through the weekend and next week. So here's what's going on. There's those two storm systems moving just about straight west to east, and then we start to get some kinks in this upper level, the jet stream, if you will. This is the dividing line between the really cold stuff and the warm air. So we get this little ridge right here. That is what's going to warm us up Wednesday and especially Thursday. More humidity. Cold front runs into the humid air. We get some showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Then in behind that, that front moves through, and that low is going to really pump down some colder air. And notice how the main band of that jet goes way down there to the south. That's going to open up the door for this cool air to stick around all the way through the weekend and even going into the first part of next week. So hope you didn't put the jacket away yet. 62 at noon today, mostly cloudy skies. High temperature makes it up to 69. And then over the next couple of days, we will cool down tomorrow. We warm back up Wednesday, Thursday, and really cool back down going into the weekend. And looks like a wet, cold day Sunday.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Time now just about 6:53, 55 degrees out.
55 degrees. Remember, because of daylight saving time, the sun is not going to be up for what, another hour, 45 minutes or so. Hey, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's get one last look at the roadways because things have been quiet all morning long, but we really are starting to see a little bit more activity out there. It is morning rush, but I think because it's spring break, we really won't see a lot of congestion. But check your vehicles before you get out on the roadways. Really, stalled vehicles has been the trending problem this morning, but we'll continue to watch things closely throughout the morning, Mike.
And we do have some clouds out there. A couple of little sprinkles are showing up on radar. I think a lot is evaporating before it hits the ground. 55 right now, and it is kind of breezy this morning. Then a high temperature today of 69.
All right.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back here 9 a.m.
Hey, GMA is next. We'll see you at 9.